Hey guys, this is Pokemon Ideas 8 here today, and today I'm going to go over a Landorous Absol deck that I've been working on lately. This is based off a friend's list. He used it at a league challenge, and he only got third, but at that moment, his list was a lot different than mine. So I'm not going to show you guys his list, but I'll show you mine. Okay, so let's just start off with energy. I play 5 fighting energy, and then 4 strong. That's it, just 9 energy. Everything in the deck attacks for 1 energy. I also want to use their better or stronger attacks. 2 Lysander. I really don't know if you need 2 Lysander, I'm not sure. With the amount of VS Seeker play, I don't know if 2 Lysander is useful, but yeah, 2 Lysander is good for going against stuff like Donphan or Gengar, especially when Gengar has resistance. So, yep. We've got 3 Muscle Band. It's just to rack up damage, put out more damage with Landorous. Landorous is Hammerhead. 4 Ultra Ball. This helps us get out Shamans and Absols. Absols especially, because Absol can be really clutch. 4 VS Seeker, just because it's pretty good. 4 Super Scoop Ups. So you can scoop up Landorous, since you can just pick up your Landorous, pick up all the damage, and then put it all back down, because it doesn't really affect you since you're only attaching 1 energy. I need to pick up Shamans, Jirachis, a lot of stuff. 3 Fighting Stadium, 2 Headringer. Now, I'm not sure if you need Headringer in the deck, but I find it's really helpful against Mega decks. And slowing them down. 2 Absol. Now this helps us move around that bench damage that Landorous does. So he does 30 to the active, 30 to the bench. So then you can move that damage around. It's pretty helpful. He's pretty clutch. Really like Absol. 1 wide lens. This helps us so that if you're going against something like Manectric or something like that, or like Flareon, I guess, you can do 30 times 2 to the active and 30 times 2 to a benched. So then you can spread that damage really well and make knockouts really collateral knockouts. We're only going to run 1 though, so it's not going to be too helpful on matchups. 3 Juniper, just because we don't want to be discarding our hand too much. 2 Switch, because a lot of our guys retreat for well, they all have most of 1 retreat except for Lucario and Landorous. And then we got 4 Trainer's Mail. This helps us get Ultra Balls, Scoop Ups, VS Seekers, Fighting Stadiums especially. 2 Colas, because your bench builds pretty fast when you're getting streaming Shamans. We've got 2 Shaman, only 2. It's not the build around the deck, it just kind of helps us go faster too. We've got 3 Hawlucha, because Hawlucha is a great attacker. Thinking about maybe dropping a Hawlucha for I don't know, something. Not sure. But Hawlucha is really good for knocking out Shamans, since he doesn't use an effective resistance. With a Fighting Stadium, Muscle Band, and a Strong Energy, he perfectly hits them with a knockout for 10 extra damage. 3 Landorous, because you're really going to be wanting to start out with either Landorous or a Hawlucha. Hawlucha preferably, just because Landorous has got a big retreat cost, so if you don't get him ready and rolling early, then you could have a problem. But yeah, let's just take a look at Landorous. He's got 180 HP, which is really nice. He's resistant to electric, which is really bad for any electric type, because that means they're weak to him and he's resistant to them. Weak to water, not much in the meta that's water. 3 retreat costs, that's pretty bad. But anyway, for 1 energy, Hammerhead does 30 damage to the active and 30 to a bench. And Lance Judgment does, you can discard all fighting energy, and if you do, this attack does 70 more. So with 150, and then you've got Strong Energy, Muscle Band, Fighting Stadium, you can start knocking out Megas with this second attack. It's really just a game finisher though, so. One Lucario as a secondary attacker. You could go 2 and 2 if you're worried about like water types. Not sure. But I like the 1 and 3 build much better. Just because Landorous, I just feel like he much better player in the deck than Lucario. You've got one Jirachi just to search for supporters. One AZ, this helps us pick up Shaymins and Jirachis mainly, if you need to at Landorous. 2 Zerosic. Now, I'm not so sure about the second Zerosic. I have been pretty hasty about it. Like, it's great for Zerosic if you want to discard something like a tool and then put a head ringer on. But we only run 2 head ringers, so I don't know how relevant that is. Some of the other stuff I was looking into putting in were either another enhanced hammer or a silent lab so you can get around safeguarders, but we haven't seen those really too much. Except for Gengar's getting popular with the Sigilyphs and the Trevenants. I don't know, but I like Zerosic. Really helpful. A lot of stuff. Lots of stuff plays. Once again, it slows down Mega Decks really well. Discard energy. It's really good. Enhanced Hammer, this is the only one of because there's not much. Like, a lot of decks play special energy, but when it gets to the decks that don't play special energy, it's kind of just a dead card. One Scoop Up Cyclone as our A-Spec. And yep, that's pretty much it. So some of the best matchups for this deck are probably anything with evolution lines, because you're just dishing out too much damage to the basics for them to recover. I mean, unless they can just stream rare candies every turn, they really can't get past Landorous Absol. Because you can move around the Absol damage and any damage. Oh, I also like Absol for when you're doing like too much damage. Like, let's say Shaman is resistant to fighting, so Landorous would only do 70 damage a hit, but he'd be over-hitting Shaman by 30 points, 30 damage, so you can move that off with Absol and just conserve the damage. It's really helpful. I don't know, maybe even a 1 of a Skyfield would be nice, just because your bench gets pretty full with the 2 Shamans, like 2 Landorous, and then like an Absol. And Jirachi, like, yeah, your bench can get really full. You could even take out this Zerosic for another AZ if you wanted to, but I found 1 AZ works really well with 4 VS Seeker. Yeah, maybe I will put in a Silent Lab since we do run 4 VS Seeker. Grab Zerosic whenever you want. It's just a matter of drawing into it faster. Well guys, thanks for watching, and I will have more videos for you to come.